So I'm going to give my 2 cents on the debate, presidential debate from last night. Since my work, I'm an artist that makes art to amplify important messages, and a lot of those messages are about political topics. So, and I've been investigating these topics for a long time. So maybe there's a few people out there that are interested in my point of view on the debate specifically, because obviously I am supportive of Kamala Harris because I want her to be president, and I'm drawing 47 drawings. I have 2 more sessions to go. I've done 27 so far, so stay tuned for this profile, this channel, if you want to learn more about that. But to get to the debate, so these are my thoughts. I'm just going to freeform it, probably not going to stop the video much. So if you're not into that kind of long form content, then you're probably not going to listen. But anyways, right out the gate, I felt like it kind of was shaky. The handshake situation was interesting. I had a really hard time, like the first few minutes, up until Harris made the crowd size comment. It was like, it was hard for me to watch. Like, I didn't feel like she was settled really as well. I felt like, it didn't feel like she was making a good enough kind of point up to that point. It was hard to watch, and Trump was being Trumpy from the beginning, where he was just being very conjecture with that's all he does, is all conjecture. That's all. He doesn't have any basis for the way he talks. He just says things are what they are because that's what I mean. That's what I say. There's no actual policies, anything like that throughout the entire debate. He had nothing substantial to add, and obviously we saw that just turned into him getting angry and just spewing hate, fear, division, talking points, and being that way. There was no substantive value to anything he said. That was obvious. But the moment of when Harris mentioned the crowd size part where it really started to turn, and you could see as it went on that tactic of sort of doing the stump speech as well as speaking to as well as baiting. So it was like every time she would answer a question, she would go half and half, stump speech, half let's bait Trump into just being ridiculous more. And I don't know. I don't think if anybody of any kind of intelligence listened to that, to me it's obvious that why would we want somebody like Trump with that temperament and personality to be our leader? But there's so many people that only listen to that conjecture. They're so easily baited into fear and thinking like, oh, Trump says things are going to be bad, so they must going to be bad because I'm so afraid of everything else. I don't know what it is, and it's unfortunate. They're just not willing to actually educate themselves and listen. That the thing that disappointed, I'm glad that the speech was for, or the debate was for basically undecideds and Republicans. The debate was not for people like me. I did not like the way Harris answered the questions. I think she did great for what the purpose of it was, which was undecideds and Republicans, to point out, like, look at this loon, and I am here, I'm cool-headed, I'm educated, I'm intelligent, here are my policies, here's what I stand for, this is me, like representing herself in the stump speech way, because it was basically her stump speech, and that's what I was disappointed about, because I would much rather have heard her answer the questions straight on and respond to Trump straight on, like totally dismantle him, because he's just saying things that are just off, just out of just like crazy. So it's like if she just talked directly to him as like in the moment versus trying to always fit in her stump speech, that's what I would have rather seen. But I know that's not what everybody, because that's a more intelligent conversation, and she needs to basically dumb it down so that a broader audience can understand who she is and what she stands for. So it was like the opportunity to give her stump speech to, a broader, what I just saw on TikTok, like there was like 54 million people watch it or more than that. So, it's this broad stroke really. And so hopefully we'll get, maybe if they do a second debate, which I don't think there will be because Trump got destroyed and there's no way he's going to come back and want to do it again. So if there is a second debate, I hope she gets a little bit more just, more calm and authentic versus trying to just do the stump speech through the whole debate. But and then maybe there'll be other opportunities if she does another interview. I would really like her to talk, not stump speech, just talk like normal, somewhere before the election, hopefully. Like on a podcast, like get on one of the talk shows and just kind of be a little bit, and not always go to the stump speech talking points, and just be a little more human with things. But hey, I'm still proud to and happy to vote for Harris. And I think that's about it. The only thing, the thing that bothers me still, I think the Israel-Palestine conversation is unfortunate that she always has to say the October 7th stuff, but October 7th was created by factors even before October 7th. So she's trying to make it equate to October 7th was a starting point when October 7th was actually a reaction to oppression. And then the response to October 7th was it has been just inhumanely, genocidal and over the top. So it's like, it's hard for me to hear her when she starts talking around that point. And that's the point that I'll keep pressuring and trying to inform society that's not an accurate take. And that's not a valid, in my opinion, valid take to phrase it the way she is, to always start with October. So I would like her to say, we understand October 7th was a reaction to decades of oppression, and we understand that we want to support Israel because they're our allies, but we need to put some pressure on Israel to not be, brutal in their defense to themselves and what they're doing. And so that's where it gets a little weird for me. But, anyways, that's my take. Let me know if you want to talk to me about my take, and I'm happy to talk to you more about it. And come back this Saturday, September 14th, I think it is. Saturday the 14th. Yeah, we'll be doing another 10 portraits of Harris, getting the word out, trying to make sure that she gets elected, because I still feel like on that one right there, I wrote a path to a free Palestine is through a Harris White House. Definitely, it would never happen through a Trump White House. All right. Peace, my friends. As always, be loving, kind, and patient. Follow my account. I'm only about 400 away from 10K. Peace.